I am word through the planet.
and every single human being upon it.
I just spent the last week in Costa Rica at Paul Selig's retreat. It is now December 2022, and I decided to ask a few people to share some testimonials. So enjoy.
This has been one of the peak experiences of my life. I needed it was going to be special because I was compelled to come here by spirit. So I was expecting to understand the teachings better of the guides, but I wasn't expecting all of the exercises and the attunements and everything that literally like I feel like I've embodied the teaching somehow without even trying. Like it just happened, which I kind of get that when I read the books. This was like beyond any of that. And then also just the group energy and meeting all these beautiful beings that we're all like here to experience the same thing. And okay, I'm gonna start crying now. I've never met a group of people where everybody was just so loving and there was no judgment and everybody's just wide open supporting each other. Put the guides yesterday of them seeing us. Wow. Like I can always go to that moment when that happened now and just come back to like true knowing. So it's been a completely beautiful and expansive experience.
Hi, this is Michael. I guess it helps for me to give some context in how I started this spiritual journey that I've been on that I was previously never had any interest in or desire to become a spiritual person. So it started for me about 6 years ago when I discovered about the near death phenomena, and that made me aware that we're energy beings or spiritual beings. So I was so intrigued with that topic, and I wanted to have this mystical experience. But over the years, everything has been kind of intellectually, like so just studying books and hearing people talk on YouTube. There was a lot of mind material that I was receiving, which is awesome, which has just been great. This retreat that I'm on that I just completed, it was kind of the same idea. My brain was saying, what concept can I take away from this retreat? And I am just in awe right now, or just astounded by the actual experience that I received from this retreat, and that is just the idea that we are loved by our divine source. And that was just kind of in the back of my mind, just understanding that intellectually. But I had we had the opportunity, in my personal experience, I had the opportunity to actually experience that in the lecture. I've been so moved and touched by that moment. It's going to be the biggest thing that I take away from this retreat, and totally going to change my view of life and affect my life in such a big positive way.
So my experience here has been really, really great. I came in with feeling very hopeless about my life, problems, and everything else. I'm just so grateful for like all the people that I met and for how amazing I'm feeling. And I just hope that to take this into my life and really put to use the teachings here.
Hi, I'm Brian. I can say that I have honestly healed a lot of trauma from past experiences in my life, more so than any talk therapy, antidepressants, anything like that. So, anybody out there that's hurting and needs help or relief, this is a good place to be.
My overall experience of the retreat has been phenomenal. It's a deep dive into so many aspects of who we are and who we are not. It's a questioning of bringing us back to what we are. That's the most beautiful adventure and exploration I think I could ever ask for. And it was supported in such a loving and kind way by everyone at this retreat and Paul and the staff. And I'm so grateful for that.
Disclaimer, this lady is about to use the word Christ. This is not a religious teaching. It has nothing to do with Catholicism or Christianity. She is not speaking of Jesus Christ. It is simply an energy.
It was the most transformational experience I've experienced. And it's the first time I realized the Christ. Yeah, probably the first time I realized the Christ in myself and the Christ in everyone that I saw and the Christ in all that is.
And it was far and above better than I anticipated.
And I'm so grateful for the relationships that are built. And one of the highlights is you.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, truly one of the highlights is you. I love you.
thank you.
Came here with a lot of people putting their projections on me. It's going to be a life-changing event. So there was all this pressure from them and from myself. Yeah, I'm going to change my life. And so the first few days were not life changing, kind of mellow, kind of whatever. And I didn't really get a feeling for the energy that I thought I would get, that normally I get. I do Reiki and things like that. And in Berkeley, I had a ton of energy both days. So I was kind of thinking, what am I doing wrong? you know, nothing. I was just being, taking it in. And that's was my journey. And then on Wednesday, I sat next to somebody who I had just met briefly, and something changed. We connected. The teachings, maybe that day, were actually resonating in a different way. And the one on one partner work was really intense. We were facing each other and listening and saying the words that we were guided to say. And his face started to morph and become very plastic, like melty almost. Two eyes became three eyes. There was another one in the middle. One nose became two noses. His mouth would appear and then disappear completely. And then, because I do Reiki, I just put purple energy to him in my thoughts. And his face just kept changing. And he was no gender, no race. It was just this interesting energy moving all around. And the energy started in my hands and it went all the way up my arms around my body for really the rest of that session, the one-on-one session. And afterward, he said he felt so much intense energy as well in our hands. We looked at our hands, they were both red on the palms
Wow.
and just tingling. And we hugged each other. And again, that intensifies everything. It was really, really special. And I guess kind of what I had hoped would happen here. So yeah. Check that off the list. And the rest of the day was very similar. We did a group work in the afternoon, and that brought tears literally to my eyes and just a burst of energy. And I looked at Nina briefly, and she started to tear up, and I just tears started rolling down my face as we were just loving Jan, somebody we don't even know, just sending all this energy washing over him, washing away his history and just sending love. I'm getting goosebumps right
Oh.
now. And I was so filled with love and joy. And then it was my turn. I walked in the middle, and again, so much energy. Just kept crying, with joyful tears running down my face. I wasn't sobbing, it was just smiling and tears. And as they spoke the words to wash away my history, my heart chakra just opened up. Everything I felt like I'm doing now, taller and filled with so much energy coming through me and out to the world. It was a beautiful thing. That whole day was beautiful.
It's been absolutely amazing. I'm going to start to cry just saying that. I feel so much love amongst all the people. The work that we're doing is deep and expansive, and I feel like I'm releasing old shadows that I hardly even knew I had. I just feel completely blessed. Hope that I can carry this into the world and share it with everyone that I encounter.
On Aura for the first time. There've been angels, there've been beings. This is some pretty trippy stuff.
You saw angels?
I didn't see an angel, but I believe there was an angel encounter. I think I'm gonna learn more about it. I went into town, did an ecstatic dance. It's gonna be an ecstatic dance tonight. And yeah, 1 week here, and I feel like I've met more friends than you could make 6 months somewhere. And I'm eternally grateful to have found this work.
Well, it's been remarkable in the sense that I'm able to take what I already thought I knew and put a new perspective, a new, maybe even new definitions to what we tend to take as commonplace or for granted, and have a deeper sense of knowing and a deeper sense of feeling. For example, even just the thing that might irk me, I'll say, oh, I noticed that I'm getting annoyed. And just my witnessing, noticing that I'm witnessing the phenomena is a sign the workshop is working. Another aspect might be taking a look at people in a different and a new light, and where I might tend to judge or not tend, I don't really tend to criticize, but tend to judge in maybe even a subtle way. I say, oh, you know what? They're dealing with maybe more things than I know about, more challenges, more hardships, more pain, and cutting themselves and also cutting myself, forgiving myself. You know, they talked a lot about forgiveness in this workshop, and forgiveness is so key. I think I think we can all forgive ourselves.
It's just been an incredible journey. The whole week has just been just so much fun. I've met so many nice people. I feel like it's such a luxury to come and relax for a whole week in such a beautiful environment and have the beach and the views and the teaching. But there's nothing like it to come together as a community and be immersed for a full week. I mean, I just love it so much. And I don't even know what I've gotten out of it. There's been so many gifts that it's going to take me a while to integrate it and just unpack it and really even know what I got out of it. But I really come together. I really come for the community. I really come for the people who just come from all over the planet and all over the United States. And I appreciate so much everybody taking the time off and just being here with me and learning with me and growing with me. And there's a sense of one person just doing the work for everybody. So there's like a kind of this exponential feeling of growth and development and just learning and expanding. And it's just beautiful to see everybody change and see myself change too.
Hey everybody, I'm having an amazing experience here at the Blue Spirit Retreat Center. Feeling energy in my body, feeling my heart expanding and opening up. Yeah, it's just phenomenal. It's been one of the most amazing weeks of my life, and I'm really thankful to be here.
It's been amazing. It's just been beautiful, and everything is just magical, seems like.
My experience was so amazing. I love Blue Spirit, and just being able to hear Paul channel the guides is my favorite thing. So I love it. My experience is great.
My experience at this retreat has been really profound in the most simplest ways. I feel a great sense of peace and a bigger sense of awareness of my judgmental and fearful thoughts that I now get to word through, and I get to choose to live differently with a bigger heart and more people in my life who love the same things that I love.
I think magical probably is a bit trite. It's been beyond any experience I've ever had before. It's been so uplifting, and for me it's been really unifying. I feel so unified with spirit, with my fellow participants, and with just every person, every being. Yeah. I don't know how else to say it.
That was perfect. Thank you. Do you want to say anything else?
Well, the beach is beautiful. Why don't you pan out and show them the beach?
Thank
Ta-da!
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Cut.
Oh.
Thank you!
Woo!